Hello, this is Joseph from Gorilla 3D. What I want to do today is actually show you guys how activities work and really just how to get a new activity spawned and running. So to start, let's go ahead and make a project. Let's go to File, New, Project. Then we'll go ahead and select the Android project. Click on New. And for the project name, I'll say this is Activity Tutorial. I'm going to target the Android 2.2 emulator since that's what I have started up currently. My package name will be Gorilla 3D dot activity tutorial, and then I can just click on finish. So let's create the project. So I'll go ahead and open this up. And what we're first going to do is go ahead and actually edit our layout stuff. So we can go to Res, Layouts, and Main. We're going to open up our main, switch this to Android 2.2, and right here is the default text. That's fine, but we actually need a button to go to our next activity. So we're going to drag this button onto our editor here, and we're going to go ahead and right click and first change the ID. So we're going to call this next underscore button, and then we're going to also edit the text on this. So we're going to head and let me do that again. Right click, edit text, and then we're going to add a new string. The new string will be called next button, and we'll call this text next button for the string name. We can click on OK, reselect it here, and that's it. Now it's called next button. So once we have that done, this is what we're going to click to go to our next activity. We're going to add a new layout here. So File, New, let's see here, say File, and we'll call this next.xml, and just click on Finish. This again will bring up our stuff here. Obviously it's blank, so we're just pulling some large text here, and we're going to again right click, edit text, new string, and we'll say this is the next activity, and okay, next activity for the R string name. Click on OK, and go ahead and double click to apply it. So now we have our text there. It's great. Let's actually go ahead and go back and save all this stuff too. So now we have all of our stuff here, and if we go ahead and try to run this, let's go ahead and run it as an Android application. Let's see how long this will take to run. And I wait for Android to run. There we go. So now we have our button. We click in, obviously nothing happens. So that's not really what we want or expecting to happen. So now we need to start linking things together. The first part, what we can do is go ahead and open up our SRC in our package, and just right click on our package, New, and say Java class. We're going to call this name of a class called next activity. You can remember how to spell it, and then we can just click on browse and say, is this going to be android.app.activity, and oh look, it's right there. So you can just double click to activate it and then hit finish. So this is ever so kind to import it, extends it to our activity. So now we're going to head and add our basic on create command. So we're going to do an override, and then we're going to say public void. Did I spell override or not? Then public void on create, and this will be the bundle, and save instance state. Alright, so then we do super.onCreate, as is, then we do set content view, and this will be r.layout. and this will reference, I spelled layout wrong. This will reference our next.xml layout. So as you can see, we have next there, and it sets the context view to our layout. Now you notice that this is actually red, and it's because we're missing some imports. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is hit Control-Shift-O, and now automatically import my missing imports, or my missing packages to be used here. That's really it for the next activity. We then need to go back to the parent activity here, and then just go ahead and interact with that button and setting up the intent to start our next activity. So we're going to say button next equals button. Man, I love Java. Find view by ID, and this will be r.id dot, and this will be our next button. Then we are going to have next dot, actually let me scroll here. So then we're doing not dot set on click listener, and then from here we're going to say new, can't see here. Actually, let's go ahead and just import to fix these errors, and we're going to say new on click listener. There you go. So then I just hit enter to autocomplete, so it can fill in the part that I hate filling in all the time. And obviously some things are missing here, so I can hit Control Shift and O, and we're going to use the view on click listener here, so everything's fixed. And inside the to do, we're just go ahead and delete that, and here we're going to say intent, my intent equals new intent, and then to get the view dot get context, and then the next one will be our activity class name. So activity, next activity dot class. So great, now we have our basic intent set up. Let's again fix this import issue, so Control Shift and O. Then we need to actually launch it from the current context. So v.getContext again. If you want, you can actually just set a variable up if you're going to be using it repeatedly, but for me, I'm just too lazy. So start activity intent, actually be my intent. And that's it. Everything's great and dandy. We have everything linked up that we think we need, right? So let's go ahead and hit the play button here. Oh, is there something wrong? Oh, semicolon. That's kind of important. So let's hit the play button, and let's go ahead and compile. So as we wait for this to reboot, we will then click the button and see what will happen. There you go. So we click the button, and we get a force quit. So what went wrong? Well, even though we've linked everything together, there's actually a vital important part here with the Android manifest.xml. So go back to your project, package stuff, double click on Android manifest. We're going to then select the application tab, which is just below the actual content here. And then we're going to scroll down to application nodes. So then we're going to click on the add button, we're going to select an activity, and then we're going to fill out the name. So the name needs to start with the periods, and then it needs to start with the class name that we gave it. So next active, man, I hate spelling activity. And then we can give it the label, so we can say my next activity, if I could ever spell this correctly. And then we save it. Did I spell this right? Why is there a magical X there? Okay, because I spelled activity initially wrong. So, oh gosh, I spelled that wrong, even though there should not be an I there, but that's the way I have the class name. And let's go ahead and just hit play one more time. So that will recompile. Give it a second here. And now we have our button. We click the next button, and we have our activity. Yay! That's really it. So then when you hit the back button, and then for the emulators just escape, you go back to your previous activity. That's really it. It's not that hard, but there's a lot of little steps in between, and it's just a little annoyance when you're trying to do something so simple and it's just not available for you like that. Other than that, this is again Joseph from Gorilla 3D, and I wanted to thank you for watching my screencast. If you do like these Android series, please like them and I will create more. Other than that, have a great day and good luck to your next Android project.